I'm fully prepared with everything I need for the Jay-Z documentary. The moment he sent that legal letter, I knew I had to let the world see who he really is. He and Diddy are cut from the same cloth. He just hides his arrogance and control behind a cleaner image. Our feud has lasted 20 years, and I know better than anyone what he's done in the shadows. I even suspect that so-called funeral bouquet wasn't Diddy's idea at all, but Jay-Z acting on his behalf. Back when Nicki Minaj posted that video of him wearing a pink wig, all I did was repost it, and he got so nervous he had his lawyers threaten me. In 2015, Nicki worked her ass off helping him build his platform, and he allegedly pocketed her $7.9 million in royalties. And then there's his fingerprints all over key incidents through the years, whether it's the elevator footage or the guest list at Diddy's parties. He was involved, clearly, but somehow he always walks away untouched. That's what he's best at, pulling strings behind the scenes while pretending to be spotless in public. And now that a corner of the darkness has been ripped open, I'm not stopping. Everything my team and I are doing isn't about attacking anyone, it's about making sure the truth can't be buried by him ever again.
Jay-Z ain't answering the phone?
He ain't answering the motherfucking phone.
Yeah, it's like this, like.
We had a black billionaire's lunch.
Black excellence, they're sitting there like, yeah. It's the billionaire brunch.
Oh,
Like,
I hate you, man.
And we here together, and we gonna keep staying together. We getting tighter.
unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm gonna be with you this year. Yo, I feel like I'm normal again. Get me out of here.
After hitting 50, Jay-Z reportedly finds himself on the defensive, and things just got messier. Private messages with Diddy are surfacing, and the allegations tied to their longtime connection aren't looking good for Hov.
Sean Carter aided and abetted or was directly involved. It's about to get real tense, and there's a lot of girls and boys who are still trapped inside the
50 Cent weighed in, saying he was never really in Diddy's inner circle. He admitted some events and invites always felt off, which is why he keeps his distance now, and why he's comfortable speaking openly today. 50 also revealed he first heard the allegations through the media, like the rest of us, but apparently none of it shocked him.
Explained that Jay-Z is worse than Diddy. She explained how Jay-Z has done worse things than what Diddy did to Cassie to other females. And she said that she has the scars to prove it. She alleged that at one time Jay-Z attacked her and got it on film like Diddy did. And she alleged that this is why Jay-Z is totally pulling away from Diddy and you don't see him around. And it's been alleged for quite a while that Jay-Z is pulling away from Diddy because he doesn't want himself caught in the crossfire. I mean, you even have 50 Cent at this point talking about how Jay-Z is in hiding while this whole Diddy thing blows over. And you even have these accusations of Jay-Z being responsible for what happened to Cassie White. So I'm going to go ahead and roll you guys this clip of everything that Jag had to say about Jay-Z being worse than Diddy. And you guys let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
Sean Carter is just as bad as the diddler. And I know that for a fact. I got the scars to prove it. You want to know what a box cutter feels like going into your skin and ripping you?
People started questioning why Jay-Z stayed quiet while Diddy's controversies exploded. That silence alone raised eyebrows. Some speculate Jay-Z's team knew litigation names were surfacing and wanted to step ahead. Others worry his image took hits, even without charges. Social media? A wildfire of rumors, with whispers suggesting he might be silencing accusers.
Exactly what Jay-Z's accuser is saying, that even though she dropped the lawsuit, she still stands by what she says, and she only dropped it because of harassment and the fact that she's terrified of Jay-Z. She says that Jay-Z is allegedly bullying her into saying that her accusations were false. In fact, in new legal documents, she is claiming that she was recently approached outside of her home and cornered by two people who told her they were investigators working for one of Jay-Z's lawyers. She claims they tried to get her to sign an affidavit stating that her claims against Jay-Z were false, but she refused. Jane Doe also claims the alleged investigators asked her if her attorney, Tony Busby, sought her out as a client and offered her money to pursue false claims against Jay-Z, 2 allegations she says she denied. He says this alleged confrontation left her intimidated and terrified, wondering how they found her when her identity had remained anonymous in media reports and legal proceedings. He also claims that her parents were approached by 2 investigators asking similar questions about Busby and her R story. In the new documents, she reveals she decided to drop the claim because she was frightened by the reaction from Jay-Z and his supporters. She says she feared she would be publicly outed and subjected to public.
Insiders say one criminal inquiry could upend Diddy and anyone close to him. That's why 50 Cent's new documentary is being called Essential. It's bigger than one person. It's about power, who knew what, and who might be next. Comments point to Diddy's long-standing protection, earned through influence and carefully controlled info. Some even claim he's cooperating with authorities, allegedly naming Jay-Z in a deal. Did he talk? One thing is clear, now the documentary is out, the spotlight has shifted. Silence, especially from Jay-Z, now draws more attention with each revelation. Gene Deal didn't hold back, calling Jay-Z's attorney's claim that the two were never close, completely off.
How close was Diddy and Jay-Z? They was close enough that they wasn't playing basketball, they wasn't playing baseball, they wasn't playing football, and they wasn't playing hockey or soccer for Diddy to come on stage, pat him on his ass, and then make the statement to people in the world that can't nobody call me Sean but Jay-Z. Now, I don't know what kind of statement, and I can't say, I wish I could say half a homo, but I know I can't say it. But I don't know what kind of half a homo that is. And you trying to say that you're not close to somebody. You coming on stage, patting them on their ass, and then you making a broad statement to the public, can't nobody call me Sean but Sean Carter. And I heard Jay-Z said the same thing about them. But they were so close that they had matching white girls together. Because when they used to see each other, they used to say, yo, how your skinny white girl doing? He'd be like, yo, how your skinny white girl doing? So, I guess that's a certain type of closeness.
I ain't know anything about that, man. I ain't know about, Jay touching his, ass. I gotta go see the video. I ain't hear about it.
Dame Dash, Jay-Z's longtime ally, recently spoke on the serious charges. He focused more on reactions than the claims themselves. Dame said he's never seen Jay-Z face this kind of public pressure before. Decades of invincibility seemed to crumble, something the public rarely witnessed.
Odd to see him in that, getting looked at in that way by white people. Like Jay does, yeah, like
What shocked Dame most? Jay-Z being forced onto the defensive. Rarely has he had to answer for himself, but now the pressure feels real and constant. The question? Why is 50 Cent so focused on putting Jay-Z in the spotlight? Diddy's past doesn't explain it fully. Tony Yeo suggests it's the clash of egos and loyalty in hip-hop's competitive world. Yet maturity shows too, like when 50 and Dr. Dre performed recently with Cameron on stage. Still, Yeo backs Cameron's claim. Jay-Z prioritizes profit over culture, hitting corporate events while skipping crucial hip-hop milestones.
There was this one part where 50 was talking, and he was saying, yeah, when Yeo was locked up, every G Unit show, we actually put aside the money.
Bro, I told
for him, and he had he's like, Yeo had like $1 million.
Right. I just told you, when I came out of my building, I see the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
There was no way I was getting shot there. And this is what I kind of tell you is like, when we was talking about stacks with the Porsche, 50's not gonna let you say, get the Porsche. He gonna say, let's get him out the hood first. If the money's there, but the money has to be there for you to live like that. The money's there. 50 didn't have to do that. Rest in peace to Hervé from Interscope, because he always said to me, man, 50 do more for you than any artist, than anybody does for their artists. More than.
Yeo points out the biggest difference between 50 and Jay-Z: approachability. 50 shows up for people. Jay-Z stays distant, even while operating at the top. Artists should remember those who backed them early. A standout moment for Yayo, 50 wasn't invited to Jay-Z's Super Bowl halftime show. Eminem had to step in, insisting 50 perform, or he wouldn't. That, Yayo says, stung personally.
In a Cameron,
Yeah.
he made a statement recently. He said that Jay-Z loves money more than hip-hop. And he pointed out that Jay-Z performed at Tom Brady's Hall of Fame ceremony, but he didn't perform in any Hip-Hop 50 events.
I mean, Jay-Z's on a whole nother level. Like, I mean,
That's true.
he's like, but you know what I like about 50? 50's on a whole nother level, but he's still approachable. You still get to meet the people and Jay gotta remember the people that made him. You know, I'm not saying I don't got respect. I respect Jay-Z, 50, used to respect, Diddy, but all that crazy shit going on. But, I always respected him because I looked at, for New York, those were like the guys. You know what I'm saying? The guys with the most money and the most influence. So with Jay is like, when the last time you haven't seen Jay, so I think people are just gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I mean, Jay, you gotta remember, he didn't want 50 at the Super Bowl. That was crazy. I'm like,
wait, Jay didn't want 50 at the Super
you didn't
Bowl?
know that? Yeah, he didn't
Well,
want.
I remember Eminem pushed for it.
That was some hater shit. Yeah,
I remember
pushed for it,
Eminem
yeah.
was like, I'm not gonna do it unless 50 does it. I heard that.
Yeah,
But I didn't know that
think-
Jay was trying to stop it.
I don't think Jay. I don't know. 50 never told me that, but I don't think Jay wanted them there. I don't know.
Because of what, some of the
I mean,
back and forth back in the
it's
day?
competition. You got to think. 50 always been competition for Jay. Remember, I'm about $1. What the fuck is 50 Cent?
That was a long time ago.
That was what, 9? What was
Yeah,
that?
but then
9?
but after that they did a song together. Remember
Yeah,
the
of
whole
course, but 50
Gina
was
sneaker
50
thing?
was always competition for niggas. Then remember Jay said, "Yo, 50's coming." He told Siegel and them, and Memphis Bleak and all them.
Yeah.
And come on, 50's like, he's on a whole nother level. You gotta remember, he came after niggas. He came after Jay and Rockefeller. G-Unit came, and people might shit on G-Unit, but with Eminem, Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, nobody has outsold us, bro.
Record execs confirmed 50 did more for his people than many powerful figures did for their artists. Meanwhile, Jay-Z and Diddy's relationship reportedly frayed over time. Neighbors noted a drop in trust, with questions about who would have each other's back in a crisis. Jaguar Wright even alleged Jay-Z played a part in Diddy's behind-the-scenes struggles.
Why does it all come to a head now? Why now? Why?
Because he's the acceptable monster. I told you that last year when I put you on the phone with him.
Roger Bonds, Diddy's ex-chief of security, shared his take on the duo. He saw them interact, but never thought they were close. Diddy, he said, overestimated their bond.
Puff felt they was close.
Oh.
But if you was a person on the outside looking in, like me and Uncle Paulie used to always talk about it, me and D-Rock was talking about, yo, why Puff kind of like sucking Jay off so much? You know what I'm saying? Because you'd be like, we done flew to 5 or 6, 7 different concerts that Jay-Z has. But Jay-Z is not at one of Puff's shows. You know what I'm saying? You look at the Rock brunch where Puff will break his neck to get to the brunch. But Jay-Z don't pop up at any of Puff parties. You know, now I can only speak up until 2012. You know what I'm saying? And Puff was breaking his neck. Like at the end of the day, in our mind, we say, yo, he ain't even invite Puff to his wedding. When he married Beyonce, Steve Stout and all them was there. You know what I'm saying? And Puff was kind of in his feelings, but once again.
Oh, Puff was upset he didn't get invited to the wedding?
Of course he was.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? But you got to remember, we're security, so we're bottom on a tote pole. So he's not going to show you that it really affects him until you have a little conversation with him, or you say something, or you overhear something. But he didn't get invited to that, you know. Yeah, Jay came through every once in a while, like if we was in a yacht in San Tropez or one of these places. It was disrespectful. He knocked over the Grey Goose bottles, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
I heard about
fuck
this.
y'all niggas doing that for, yo, da-da-da-da-da-da. But Jay didn't care, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and Pet Guys came back to the house and explained to self, da-da-da-da-da. You know, I was eavesdropping and airdropping, you know, because like I said, Puff is always ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, Emery had just came home and this, that, and the other like that, and they ordered Grey Goose bottles. Now, why you got 10 Grey Goose bottles coming to the table if you know I'm right here at the table and I got Ciroc? So there's a lot of different things that don't.
According to Roger, Jay-Z and Diddy weren't as tight as the public believed. No loyalty, just shared resources, space, and influence. Over time, cracks became impossible to ignore. Could those fractures now swallow them both? Drop your thoughts in the comments.